Welcome to Mezcal Monday.
Thank you. Probably everything started when I was in the Marine Corps, just generally going through and learning the technical side. I was in the avionics field, so we worked on airplanes, mostly laser guided bomb systems and things like that. So that was back in 1984 to 1988, and that kind of set the basis for my technical background. When I got out, I actually got out at 21 and went right into the industry as a technician working in the factory for big low voltage UPS systems. Did that for a couple of years. At some point, decided to go out on my own and start my own service company doing testing on UPS systems, battery systems. Just kind of kept growing the business. Like I said, it's probably the longest temporary job I ever did, because the whole idea was get a job out of the Marine Corps, just something to do until I figured out what I wanted to do. You go back 10 years and we were talking about 5 to 10 megawatt build. Now you're talking about gigawatt plus campuses, so no one saw this coming. I don't think the general public really understands how drastic this AI, just the entire industry, is going to change and reshape the world. How you cook a meal to how you get in a car to how you travel, period. It's all going to change. I was always in it for the long haul on anything I did. People I met 25 years ago are still in the industry and they still come to me because they can trust me. Longevity of showing the customers I'm going to show up on time, or I'm going to sell them a product that works. Over time people just go, I can trust that person. A lot of these relationships relationship I have right now from a large customer perspective is 5 years. That's minimum. Most of my relationships are 15 years or more. Meeting Alan, meeting Ricardo at the beginning, I could just see they were onto something, and I could see that they were just really engaged in the market. When Dax came aboard and I started engaging with Dax, I could see that there was a lot of expertise there. I saw the product, and I agreed with the product because I had been searching for a product like this for years. This product that you don't have a stranded asset, you can actually make money off of the batteries that are just supposed to be sitting there. This is the path I want to go down. I think it's the future, and I think it's the missing piece between the infrastructure of this country that needs to be and what the data centers need. Realistically, when you have a better mousetrap for this industry, and they can see things like, not only is it a better product, we have better services, we have better results, they're very open to looking at what's next. And they said, hey, we're going to take the best of low voltage UPS and we're going to take the best of battery energy storage and create a product. I think it was a pretty easy transition. For me it was, because I could just walk into any one of my customers and go, hey, remember that cool mousetrap I sold you 10 years ago? I got a better one. These are very highly intelligent people, way smarter than me, and they get it. It's the power. None of this stuff works without power. So either, again, you're going to have utility, connection, or you're going to have a whole lot of gas turbines that are going to be powering a large facility. So those are only two real, options outside of nuclear, and until they get the, SMRs and even larger SMRs, over the line to where they can be, they can be built a lot quicker, because they're needed. Because the AI modeling, you're not going to get around it. It's going to need to be done. And once the models are perfected, then they're going to need data centers who are going to run those programs. I think we're extremely competitive. I think that the rest of the world has always been ahead, because again, they've always looked to batteries. I think if you look at Europe, they were doing type of battery energy storage, things like that, but they didn't do it on large scales. No one has thought about it on large scale. That's kind of what was being put into place. And in Europe, because of the land constraints, they weren't looking at anything big either. Here, we got a lot of land. We can build a lot of places. I think we are ahead of most places in the world, especially in this technology, because they haven't even gotten to that scale yet. When they start dumping 1, 2, 3 gigawatts onto their grid, how is their grid going to react? But I think Oracle is probably the leader, but then, you've got the true hyperscalers, which is going to be, Google and Meta and Apple and Microsoft. And I think that Meta and Google probably are the leaders. who got on it, kept driving it. I think that's going to be the key right there. Speed to market. Whoever has gotten there in 2025 and did it very quickly and cost effectively, I think that they're going to be so far ahead of the game that people are just not going to catch up.